Okay, so in this video, we're going to check the condition of the coolant on this 2008 Infiniti G37. We're going to take this strip. And before we check the coolant, we're the levels of the charts. Freeze point, alkalinity, and pH. So for the freeze point, there are two types of coolants: red coolant and green for other coolants. This engine has green coolant, so we're going to be checking the alkalinity through this chart. So let's go ahead and put our strip in. When putting this strip in, put it in for 2 seconds and then shake it off to remove. All right, let's check the levels. For the freeze point, before we check the levels, for the freeze point, if it's 50 to 60%, then the coolant is good. But if it's below, then service is required. For the alkalinity, if it's 6.6 or 10.1, then the coolant is good, and we don't need to check the pH. But if it's 3.2 or less, then we got to check the pH. For the pH, if it's 6.5 or above, then the coolant is good. But if it's 5.0 or below, then service is required. So now let's go ahead and check the conditions. So here we have 60%, which means that the freeze point is good. For the alkalinity, we got 3.2, so that means that we gotta check the pH. For the pH, we got 7.5, which means that this coolant level is good. So based on the results, the coolant condition of the Infiniti G37 is in good condition. That's my video.